So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and yes, you should be able to see the new bike back there. Finally got a bike. So this will be its first official ride here today. I'm here in Swatara State Park. They have some nice rail trails and stuff like that. I also have some mail I'm going to share with today, different times throughout the video. Also going to talk about an upcoming trip that I'm going to be heading on later this week. Today's Monday afternoon, but early Wednesday morning I'm heading out to Western Pennsylvania, Beaver County. I'll be out near Pittsburgh and all kinds of places out there. So we'll talk about what's going to happen in those videos as well. But up here is the bike. It's a Mongoose Malice, and it's a fat tire bike. You know, a couple of people mentioned this. I know some people that have these. I debated back and forth in my mind whether to get one or not. It's not an e-bike. I did get the fat bike tires. And I already have my my action camera mounted on the top here. I'm going to practice that today, how it films with riding. I got the little clamp that goes on the bike handlebar. So we'll be testing that out today too, as well today. So just testing out a number of things today. The bike, you know, the mount for the action camera. I already know the bike needs to be, the handlebars need to be tightened up a little bit, because when I brought it here in the Jeep, they had moved it a little bit. But that's an easy fix. Just go home and tighten it up again. But it should be all right for the drive today. Also, I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna. I don't want to bike while I'm holding my camera here. It's kind of a larger rig than what most people use. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna keep that in my backpack as I'm biking too. So just try to figure some things out today, because I plan to do a lot of this in future videos, biking along, because there's quite a bit I can do with the bike that we couldn't do in the past. We'll talk about that in a bit too. Yeah, like just offhand, I'm thinking about some of those old ghost towns that some of you are aware of up in Stony Valley. We did Gold Mine earlier this year, but there's a number of other ones back there. Roush Gap, Yellow Springs, Rattlin' Run. You can walk there. Some of those are a long walk, 3.5, 4 miles just to get there, walking on the rail trail, or I could take a bike to, bike the 4 miles or so to the area and then film. A lot easier to get to some of those places. So that's kind of another idea behind getting the bike, just besides the enjoyment of having one. And bike, it just opens up new opportunities. There's so many rail trails around that have so many, opportunities for filming and stuff. So we're gonna try open up a new era here a little bit. Yeah, so there's our bike again. It does look pretty cool with the fat tires. Like I said, I do have some mail. Some of this I'm going to take along and share with you as we're riding. I'll probably stop at different points, but I'll share this mail with you in a bit. That's from Debbie. But I want to point one other thing out. I did change out the seat. The seat it comes with, as with both these bikes, is just a small little thing that's terribly uncomfortable. So I did replace it with what's called the Cloud 9. Nice, big, comfy seat. That's one change I did make. Let's check out this bag here. Like I said, this package is from Debbie. I think it came in 2 packages. Let's see what's in here. The first thing is already empty. Honey roasted cashews. I love cashews. Honey roasted. Those, sometimes I try to hold on. Oh, there's a little bit in there maybe. Sometimes I try to hold on to these till the mail time videos, but I could not. I hate them. They're all gone. Same with, there's just a little bit of these left. Honey roasted pistachios. Oh my goodness. There's a little bit in there left. These are already shelled. I love pistachios, but I never had honey roasted ones before. So those, man, it was difficult to hold off on those. Same with these. Surprisingly, there's still some left. These are chocolate covered cashews. The bag was full, but man, those are good too. Of course, I'm going on that trip in a couple days. Those are going to disappear on that trip. I'll be eating those while I'm driving out to Western PA. And one other thing she did send, which I could not eat, here's a book, a Civil War book on the 21st Pennsylvania Cavalry, Gettysburg to Appomattox. So I'll have to look through this. We might be able to make some videos from some things that are in there. But thank you, Debbie, for the gifts that I can read and eat. Like I said, I'll share some of the others a little bit later in this video. Alright, so it's time to quit yapping. We'll get on the bike in a bit here. I think I figured out a way to keep my camera in the pack without hurting the camera, without being too uncomfortable. I think I can slide it down there. My external mic might have to stick out a little bit, but I think that'll work. And I don't necessarily have a fixed plan for how far I'm going to bike today. Like, this is just a little test ride. We might just bike out that way a little bit, come back. We might make a larger loop you know, halfway through the park, cross the bridge that goes across, maybe pass by the Bordner Cabin, check that out again, come back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel along the way. Just a test drive to see how things work. So let's get going. Away we go. Looks like we got a lot of water up ahead. See how this goes. Oh yeah, it's kind of deep. Yeah, just cruising along. Kind of forgot how much fun it can be to ride a bike. Yeah, just up ahead is the parking lot for the sand siding trail. So the bridge across the Satar Creek is not too far up ahead. All right, so it's break time. Got a nice little bench here. And then just off this way is the bridge over the Satara Creek. We put it in some years ago. So I think we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna head on out to Bear Hole Trail and then head back that way, pass by the Bordner Cabin. Maybe stop in there for a little bit. Yeah, so no issues. Like I said, maybe tighten up a few things. I feel like sometimes I can hear it rubbing against something. Not sure if that's my imagination, no, but alright, but we're gonna take a little break. And hopefully that action camera, the GoPro footage is turning out well. I won't be able to tell until I get home. Not sure if the wind noise either is picking up on that. Sometimes, because I don't have any kind of an external microphone on there or a wind muff, so sometimes when you're riding, it's breezy, you might hear that wind noise on the microphone that's there, built into the camera. Like this, the camera that I use here has an external mic with a nice little wind muff that keeps those wind noises out. But yeah, it's great to be riding a bike again. But to be honest, no matter how comfortable that seat is, it's going to take a little bit for my posterior to get used to being on a bike again. When you haven't ridden bike for a while, you know, it starts to feel down there. That comfy seat definitely helps, better than the one that they would have had on there, or they did have on there before I changed it out. Alright, so while we are taking a little break, we'll share a little bit more mail. So this is an article that was sent to me by Gary and Alice. They live kind of up near the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon, although they don't live in Pennsylvania. But this was something that was in their home area. Something that I thought might be interesting for me, the basket babies. It's kind of interesting. These two people here, they try to solve a 100-year-old family mystery and find a tragic piece of world history. So that's interesting, because they printed it out for me here. Yeah, the basket babies. So I'm gonna read this sometime, check more into it, because I am going to be up that way this summer. Because you know, my family has a cabin up there, my one uncle, near the Grand Canyon. So I don't know, we'll see. I gotta look into this. I kind of like these kind of mysteries. So thank you, Gary and Alice. This looks intriguing. All right, so we're gonna check that out. Yeah, that article mentions what's called the Brookside Cemetery, or they mentioned in their letter. I feel we were near that. I feel like we were there a couple summers ago at the Brookside Cemetery, because I know I did film a cemetery up there several years ago. I think in 2019 maybe. Oops, I'm losing. The wind is blowing my stuff away here. I think that's where we were, because it took me a little while to get it. It was just out in the middle of nowhere. I think that might be what it is, but we'll have to check it. I gotta grab my paper here. Sorry, wind's blowing everything away. All right, papers have been retrieved, so we'll get on mail time because they want to blow away again. Put a water bottle on top of them. All right, and then Robin, thank you for your gift. That came in the mail today, actually. That'll come in handy on my upcoming trip. I like to have a little cash with me when I'm on these trips, just in case something happens where you can't use your plastic cash, if you know what I'm talking about. So thank you for that gift, Robin. All right, and then I do have two other pieces of mail, which I think I'll share when we get up to the Bordner Cabin. I think that's indeed where we're going to head next. If you're familiar with the area, the Bordner Cabin is an awesome spot, and if you watch my videos, you know I love that spot. With my friend John was just there recently in one of his videos. He has that channel, The Hometown Historian. He stopped in. He's got a lot of memories of that place too. This is kind of his home area. He grew up in this area. All right, well, I'm gonna have a little more water, pack up, and we'll get back on the bike. Oh yeah, I gotta think of a name for that bike too. She's gotta have a name. All right, and then we'll cross the bridge and head on to the Bordner Cabin. All right, so we are now on what's called Bear Hole Trail. It used to be just the old state road that went through here, but now it's just a trail. And the Bordner Cabin is up this way, along with the falls, Acriggs Falls, which should be flowing pretty well. We've had a lot of rain recently. And here we are at the Bordner Cabin. I love this place. And the water is flowing. So Acriggs Falls is amazing today. Probably the best I've ever seen it. And there's a whole story behind this cabin. I might talk about that a little bit later. But I already got my bike in here. Parked right there. And as we turn around, we go around the corner, you'll see the favorite part of this place. This right here. Amazing. And we'll take a bit of a closer look here at those falls. Amazing. They go all the way up. There's that beautiful cabin. Yeah, but this would totally be my dream home. I mean, this is your view. Amazing. Oh yeah, so awesome place. I got 2 more pieces of mail to share with you, so we're gonna take a seat down here at the picnic table. Share that with you. All right, so this is from Daniel. It says, it's the covered bridges out in Bedford County, just to whet your appetite when you get out to Bedford County. We have been out to Bedford County several times. Just never did any of the covered bridges out there, but it has all the covered bridges listed in here that are out that way, so that's cool. And even more importantly, you can open this with one hand. There is a map here too, showing us where they are. Alrighty, so thank you, Daniel. That will get used. I haven't done any of the covered bridges there, but like I said, I've been there several times. I think we were camping out there last summer at Blue Knob State Park. But then here, Through Night sent me their flashlight. This is the TH20 or TH02. Not sure it's going to focus on that. This one's like a headlamp that you can put on your head. We'll test this one out in a future video, maybe this week at one of my campsites. Yes, I'll probably do a review of that flashlight either Wednesday evening or Thursday evening when we're out in Western PA camping at Raccoon Creek State Park. That's where I'll be camping those 2 nights. I'll probably be giving away a flashlight in one of those videos that I'll be filming out there. One of the other Through Night flashlights that's been sent to me. Yeah, this place is awesome. Yep, there's the loft. Different bedrooms. Yeah, this was built by a man named Bordner. I think he was a teacher at Northern Lebanon. Some of his students helped them build this cabin. What's sad is that this place almost got torn down when the government was buying the land here for Swatara State Park. We've talked about this before, how they were going to build a dam on the creek and flood this whole area. Most people's houses got torn down, but he he resisted, and he made a deal with the state. They allowed him to stay here, like as a lease, and he can stay here. But I think, yeah, he's not alive anymore though. He did eventually die, as we all do. But thankfully, the cabin was preserved. All right, so I love this place, but we're gonna head on out, hop back on the bike, and continue making our way along Bear Hole Trail back to where I parked. One last look. We got a big hill. Yeah, and up here on the right is the fossil area where you can come and dig fossils. It's a site where I found some of those trilobites in the past. So we're not too far from the other parking lot. Yeah, so here's the Swopes Valley trailhead. Dude, this is not where I parked. Alright, so we gotta do just a little bit of a road bike, get to where I parked. This road isn't too busy. Okay, so that was fun. I believe I did okay, considering I have not ridden bike in 2-3 years, maybe. None at all, so just come out here and do it. I'm not sure how many miles we did today. 3, 4, 5, maybe, I don't know. Maybe about 5-ish miles we did, so. But I'm probably gonna feel it tomorrow in certain areas of my body, considering I haven't done this for a long time. I mean, I'm pretty in shape when it comes to hiking, but when you bike, you do use different muscles. But I will have to tighten a few things up a little bit. The handlebars were a little loose, mostly from shoving it in and out of the Jeep, and then the seat came in a little loose too, but I just need to take an Allen wrench and tighten it up a bit. I do have a bike rack for the top of the Jeep, I just didn't use it today. I didn't feel like bothering with it today, because I'm kind of busy getting ready, packed up for the trip we're going to take a little bit out to Western PA, Raccoon Creek State. So we're going to be doing some camping out there. I'll be filming some videos of that, doing some French and Indian War videos out there, doing Braddock's expedition, trying to follow Braddock's road as best we can. Gonna get to Fort Duquesne there in Pittsburgh. Like I said, we'll be at Raccoon Creek State Park doing some hiking there. Probably I'm trying to get to Hillman State Park out there in Washington County. Hoping to get to the highest point in Beaver County. That's where we'll be camping. And then some covered bridges in Washington County we're trying to get to. And then on the way home, on the third day, try to get to what was it, Keystone State Park, and then Canoe Creek State Park, and maybe try and hit the high point of Indiana County too. Got a full slate of stuff for those 3 days. We'll see if we can get it all done. But that's probably what I'll see you next is on one of those videos. Unless I do something tomorrow yet, we'll see. But I might be mostly getting ready to head out. So anyway, that'll be it for now. Thanks for coming along with me, and I'll see you around.